Hey guys, welcome back to the channel here at Troi Capital, and today I just wanted to do a quick video just to capture two things. I want to compare the financial quarterly reports for Q3 of 2020 between NIO and Tesla. And the reason why I want to do this is because I actually want to go over the numbers and actually see which one is a better play. The first one is because I've been getting a lot of questions from a lot of friends and people that are not sure where to put their money. They're saying, oh, I already have NIO. NIO is the bet. NIO is going to be the new Tesla. And I actually have people that say, don't buy NIO, buy Tesla. And so I was scratching my head, just why are these people don't even, go look at their quarterly reports? Why don't you just go look them up and then you will see for yourself. And numbers speak by themselves. I mean, yes, NIO, it's a new company, relatively new compared to Tesla, but if you see the numbers and you compare everything, you'll see what I'm talking about. And this is why I encourage you to do, every time you try to put money on a company, go download their quarterly reports, because they're always provided for you on their website, on their investors and customer relationship, and they have that you can download the annual report, and then you can also download the financial summary for that quarter that they reported out. So here in the screen, I have NIO on the left right here. This is the financial report from NIO, okay? And here on the right, I have the Tesla Q3 2020 that they reported out. So I'm just gonna go in straight to their numbers because that's what's important here. So the first thing you need to compare, because these two are automotive companies, is how many cars did they sell? How many cars did Tesla sell this last quarter compared to the same exact last quarter, and how many cars did NIO sell, and then also how it compares to their last 2019 Q3 quarter. So as you can see here, this year on Q3, NIO sold 4,266.8, so that's pretty much 4.26 billion. So now, how many cars did they sell? If you go up in here, they say that they delivered 12,206 cars. Okay, that's for this Q3 2020. That same year, 2020, they delivered 4,800. Now, keep this number in mind because we're gonna compare it to Tesla. Tesla, they reported out here that they have sold. They had a revenue, okay, of 5.3 billion in 2019, but this year they had 7.6. So that's a pretty decent increase. And if you see, in here, the actual amount of cars that they sold it's pretty impressive. They reported out. I don't know why they don't put it in here. Here it is, right? So yeah, here it is. Total production for this year was 145,000 cars. So compare this Q3 with this. Okay. I mean, I know they're catching up, but if you have a company that's already selling 145,000 cars compared to a company that's only selling and it's only able to distribute and manufacture 12,000 cars, there's a big gap in there. Now, that doesn't mean anything because Tesla started doing the same thing. Now, we can go back at their financials to see if they're actually making money or not. So the revenue that Tesla got from, like I mentioned before, from actually selling all their cars is 7.6 billion. That's how much money they made selling the cars. NIO made 4.2. Okay. That's not bad. That's not a big difference when you see, okay, they've made money. They're not that far away. But look at this one. Their margin, NIO's margin is 14.5%, meaning whatever it's costing them almost 85% to make the car with operations and everything. And the only profit that they could get, or the only money left over that they can gain from that, it's 14.5%. Now that has been improved significantly. Because that same quarter, last year, they were losing money making the cars. They're pretty much losing 7%. So yes, they're improving. They're improving their capabilities for manufacturing. They're improving their things, but they have to work on this number now. And with Tesla, look at their gross margin. The gross margin is almost 28%. That is a big number. They have been increasing that margin since that same quarter last year. It was 22.8, 23%. Now it's almost 28. I mean, that tells you something. That means that I'm expecting the next quarters, they're going to hit that 30% margin. Now, if they, with the new batteries that they're going to be making, with the new factories that they're building, that margin is going to go up. It's going to literally go up, and they're going to get more money in from selling the cars. Now, it's clear from looking at the financial statements that NIO is losing money. Right now, NIO, it's completely losing money. Now, they're going to have to catch up, and this is like, if you look at it, it's the same idea than Tesla when they started. Now, the thing with NIO is that they're being backed up by the Chinese party. The Chinese government is backing them up, which helps them somehow. But look at this one right here. The total revenue for NIO obviously comes out to 4.5 billion, but because they have such a low margin, their profit is pretty much 585. So $585 million is how much they cut from that. But here's the problem. Look at the loss of operations. It's almost $1 billion in losses from running the show, meaning paying the employees, running the factory, making these things, transportation of goods, things like that. And all of this shit is non-GAAP. They don't report any earnings before interest, depreciation, and amortization. They do not report that. They do non-GAAP, which is usually you do that because the numbers are going to be worse if you do the EBITDA. So if you do EBITDA earnings, they will be more accurate to what you're getting. If you're losing 946 from operations and these are non-GAAP, 896, you're probably losing more than $1 billion, $1.2 billion. So their net loss is pretty much $1 billion. Now, this is a little worrisome to me because I think the stock price is inflated. It shouldn't be what it is. They're actually losing a lot of money. I mean, you could see here their adjusted net loss was like 82 cents. It's compared to Tesla. Tesla, it's pretty much at 76 cents. So they're making it's 100% opposite. And not only that, I mean, like the Tesla is able to get a profit of 2 billion, but then because they have 1.2 billion in operating expenses, they're able to cut 109 million. But because they have operating expenses, they have all the earnings before interest, taxes and depreciation and amortization, it comes down to $331 million. That's how much money Tesla earned last quarter, 331 million. Now that's not, that number doesn't sound crazy, because obviously last quarter they brought 143, and quarter one 2020 they only brought $16 million. That's the reason why their stock price has been skyrocketing too much. Look at this one too, free cash flow. They have $1.3 billion in free cash flow, and then the cash and the cash equivalents, $14 billion. So those are important numbers to keep in mind, but the most important numbers is 76 earnings per share and 331 net income. So NIO is losing. It's a net loss per ordinary share, basic and diluted. It's pretty much $1.2 billion. They're gonna have to do a lot of work to catch up, and pretty much is the same story as Tesla. NIO is a company that's like Tesla. It's on the other side of the pond, and they're gonna have to do the same thing that Tesla did. Now, I have not done the research to see the leadership behind NIO. Elon Musk, we know he has the leadership to pretty much run a aerospace company that launches rockets, and then they have the self-propulsion landing that they came up that nobody did before to recover the main solid boosters. They have a company that's drilling tunnels underneath California to actually design and develop hyperloops and pretty much transport people and cars to prevent traffic. This is a company that's improving, and it's actually innovating in batteries and in the energy, in the renewables system. So Tesla cannot be seen as a fully automotive company. In my opinion, if you think of Tesla that way, you shouldn't have a Tesla share. You shouldn't even own Tesla. You shouldn't even be an investor, because that's not what they do. NIO, on the other hand, they can pivot to that, and I get it to them. I mean, the fact that they have the system of pretty much you can rent a battery, so it's the battery pack that they have that you can upgrade, and it's different than Tesla. They have a different business model, which I agree, I like it, but we'll see how it plays out. So guys, I mean, like, just quickly here, this is what I wanted to cover here. Now, these are the two, right? I just want to now, based on those numbers that we know, NIO is losing a lot of money. Okay, we know NIO, it's pretty much it's not a money cow. It's pretty much losing so much money that the net loss is $1 billion when Tesla is making 331, and these numbers are going to be improving. And now when we look at the stock prices, the NIO, it's $50 and Tesla is 489. Definitely 10 times more, right? But my thinking is, which one is a safer bet? Which one would I put my money in that I wouldn't have to worry on a drop or anything that would be worrisome to me, because it's gonna happen. So to do that, I want to go 5 years back with Tesla. So if we look at Tesla back in the days, we were trading at 50. Obviously this is post split, whatever, but just to see the percentages based on this. So think about it, right? So Tesla traded 40, 60, 70, 80 for over, we're talking from 2017, 18. So for 4 years, 3 years, it pretty much traded sideways between 50 and 70. That's how it traded. So there's really not a single change on this. Now, this guy right here, it just skyrocketed from $1, $2 to 50. Now, I don't know, but I'm expecting a pullback on this. It doesn't make sense for this thing to be losing money and have a $50 price. I mean, their valuation, it's not even right. Their earnings per share is not even right. They're losing money. They shouldn't be here, right? Tesla was at that same level right here when it was actually, when reported some earnings. This was a year ago, okay? December, November, when they actually started, flipping that chart. So if you look at Tesla back there, we're talking Q3, let's say Q3 of 2019, they were not losing money. They made $143 million from everything else. They had a margin of 22. They had 2%. They made $5.3 billion. So think about it. I mean, like, it doesn't make sense for NIO to be so at $49 when Tesla, back in the days when it was making money, it was the same price. So I'm expecting a pullback in NIO. To not be worried. I mean, this is what's gonna happen. Pullbacks are sometimes healthy. I mean, this is good. I'm expecting it's gonna hit the 50-day moving average, and I wouldn't be surprised if we go all the way to like $20, okay, to hit the 200 moving average. So guys, in summary, I own 30 Tesla shares that I bought on Friday. I have 80 shares of Apple that I also bought on Friday in the morning, and I've been doing pretty good. I've been accumulating some of the COVID recovery ones. Delta, Carnival, I have my Microsoft. I'm going to continue to buy the first two. These are my largest holdings, and I will continue to do that. I have over $15,000 in Tesla and over $10,000 in Apple. This is not all the money I have. Obviously, this is just a portion of it that I have invested in these two, and I will continue to do that. So my rule is, every time I see a red day, I'm going to continue to buy, because these are the companies that I like. So guys, if you have any questions, please comment down below. Please like the video, because that's gonna help us a lot with the YouTube algorithm. Please subscribe, and if you have any questions, let us know, and we'll be here to help. We'll be here to monitor these two guys. I think that Tesla is the safer bet. I think NIO will be at Tesla in 5 to 6 years. We'll see what it does. We have to monitor that very well. Let's see how they pivot. Let's see what they do. Let's see what they offer and how they can bump those margins. It's all about them margins, and at the end of the day, I think Tesla is doing a better job. With that, I'm gonna leave it there, and see you later, and have a good weekend, guys.